Hello, everyone. My name is Wade DeWalby, and welcome to a sort of a idea, I should say, that I had to have an idea to save the Hubble Space Telescope. Now, a lot of people would think that the only spacecraft is to save is the space shuttle. Well, all right. I've seen a proposal of the SpaceX Dragon would be a proposal, but the problem is that that does not have no airlock. Well, how about putting an airlock on the spacecraft? This is an idea that I figured out would be a possible way to actually have a EVA of to save Hubble Space Telescope. Now the proposal is maybe use the Falcon Heavy. I don't know, but either way, the proposal is to get a Dragon 2 spacecraft with 7 crew members inside. Or I don't know about how much, but here's the goal. The only way to do it is you have to have an airlock. Well, how about just to put an airlock itself? It has its own trunk. It's called the Dragon trunk. And the proposal is to rendezvous to the Hubble Space Telescope. And then this airlock can have its own life support, not life support, but it has its own RCS, reaction wheels, solar panels, radiators. And what it's going to do is it comes up and it will rendezvous with the Hubble Space Telescope, and it will rotate where the trunk side is, like the back, and it will unlock it, or maybe explosive bolts, and it will lock on the back of the Hubble Space Telescope using magnets or some other way. It will lock, and it will also have its docking port. Only reminds me of the Apollo spacecraft, almost. But once this attaches to the Hubble Space Telescope, the Dragon capsule will rotate the other way and dock with the airlock. Then the crew can get in there. 2 crew members can get inside, suit up into like EVA spacesuits. They can suit up, and then they can enter out the airlock using a tether, and they can finally repair the Hubble Space Telescope. That's the idea. And then it could be attached to it permanently or temporarily for serving it, later on. And each time the mission could be extended because there could be, prefabricated things that could add on to it. And since it could be an inflatable one, which actually did exist. Oh yeah, I have an haircut by the way. So that is an idea that I thought. And the reason why I want to put this on the internet is so that anybody that has the same idea as me, that way I have evidence of that, so I can, try to, I was the first to propose it. So this idea might even work. I haven't tried an orbiter, but I'm pretty sure that the physics and stuff might even work, because you could put things in the trunk, and it would be almost the same size as of a door for a hatch, more bigger than that, and it could be very useful for an airlock. All it needs is to have an airlock, and there's the airlock. Just put it in the trunk, detach it from the trunk, and then so it can reach up and grab the Hubble, and then it will lock, then it will dock. Dragon will dock, then transfer the crew, 2 crew members with tethers. They could go up, open the service doors, and the supplies will be inside the capsule. A new computer, new reaction wheels, and maybe that will be repaired later on so they can undock, go back to Earth, and then put something big in the trunk that could be very useful. Or somehow they could detach it and somehow able to do that, and maybe the airlock would have like some type of arms or something that the cargo can stick onto, and so the crew can get it out and bring the big heavy stuff out, and they can service the Hubble Space Telescope. And this idea, I just had in my idea. Now, this would be the only way, and people, hopefully that this proposal could actually work, because we need to fix the Hubble Space Telescope. It's already on their backup, so it's the only way we can get this thing to work. And if somebody does have this proposal, I will spam this stream to them, and I have proof, because you cannot change the day when you're live streaming or something like that. But yeah, this proposal, this might actually work, and if it doesn't, then that's okay. At least we can figure out a way to get the Hubble Space Telescope to get repaired. And I really want to get this thing out of my head because I had this proposal, and hopefully that this actually does work. It has to work, it can't just, it has to work. So giving a Hubble Space Telescope another will to live, because the space shuttle had all of the experiments for it, the arm and all that stuff. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. It's just a proposal. I could do a little bit more research to see if this actually may work, but I don't know how this is going to work. I mean, I'm not sure if the Hubble has anything that's metal. I'm not sure. But yeah, it may use some sort of magnetics or arms or something to latch on, and it can dock. I'll probably try to experiment, but rendezvousing is easy because that's all calculated and stuff. But we need to get Hubble, because just in case if the James Webb Space Telescope fails, we need to have a backup. Like Hubble is the backup. That it's unique in other way. It's like, because it's the only thing that we can have, because Hubble is useful because it would take pictures of asteroids and any other things like weather reports of our planets, and it does multiple things that that telescope does not do back on Earth. So I hope this gets to be out there. Share this to anybody that works for NASA or SpaceX or anything that's important. I need this out and about. So I just, yeah.